No way. What? Anthropic spent $10 million on Super Bowl ads roasting ChatGPT, while Sam Altman was melting down, complaining that they are authoritarian and dishonest. This is the messiest breakup of 2026, which played out in front of 150 million people watching Super Bowl. Here is what you're about to see. The 4 brutal Super Bowl ads that everybody's talking about. Sam Altman's unhinged response that literally broke internet. What this means for the future of AI and whether your chatbot is selling you out. All right, let's get into this mess. So if you saw last week's Super Bowl, you saw something unprecedented. Anthropic, the company behind Claude AI, aired 4 different ads worth $10 million, basically roasting their biggest competitor, ChatGPT. But here's what it makes it absolutely wild. This is not just some corporate competition. It's a family feud. Dario Amodei, the founder of Anthropic, he is former OpenAI researchers. So he used to work alongside Sam Altman. And he left back in 2021, I believe, due to some AI safety concerns. So we've got former colleagues, now rivals, going at each other, airing their beef in front of the whole nation during some of the most expensive advertising real estate on planet Earth. It's like you quit your job because you disagreed with your boss on some ethics issues. Then you went and founded your own company, but then you came back and you bought a billboard in front of your old office and have it say something like, "My ex-boss is a sellout." Except you pay $2.5 million per 30 seconds to say that on the billboard. Now, why did this escalate to Super Bowl levels of pettiness? Because in January of 2026, OpenAI came out and said they're adding ads in ChatGPT. Let me read you exactly what they said in their blog. "We plan to test ads at the bottom of answers in ChatGPT. When there's a relevant sponsored product or service based on your conversation." Relevant, sponsored, based on your current conversation. So imagine you're talking to ChatGPT about your anxiety, and then the worst fear of everyone shows up. Betterment, being advertised to you. Even though OpenAI has said they are not going to show ads on topics related to mental health. Or you might be asking about fitness. Supplemental ads, here they are. They just pop up out of nowhere. Looking for career advice? Link their premium right here for you. Here's the thing. Sam Altman, for the longest time, has downplayed putting ads in ChatGPT, unless they get to a point where they have to. Well, guess what? That time has come. In January, they have started testing out ads in their free tier and on their Go subscription, the cheapest subscription that they have. OpenAI has committed to spend multi-billion-dollar on infrastructure. So ad revenue could actually help them meet that commitment. So Anthropic saw their moment, saw their opening, and they simply went nuclear. Okay, let me walk you through what millions of Americans saw during Super Bowl last week. So the first ad is called Betrayal. As I'm watching it, the word betrayal screams across the screen with all caps. You've got a guy sitting across from what looks like to be a therapist in a professional setting and calming energy. And then he asks, "How can I communicate better with my brother?" The therapist starts giving him a genuine advice. "Great question. Improved communication with your mom can bring you closer. Start by listening. Try a nature walk." You're thinking, okay, helpful AI assistant is doing its thing. But then the pivot. She goes, "Or if the relationship can't be fixed, find emotional connection with your other older women on golden encounters. The mature dating site that connects sensitive cubs with roaring cougars." Sorry, what? The man was just asking for advice for his mother. And the AI flipped around and is suggesting him try out a cougar dating website. So the guy's face in the ad is perfect. He is so confused and disgusted. And then the tagline drops. Ads are coming to AI, but not to Claude. Nicely done. The second ad is called Violation, which is even more pointed than the first one. Okay, so there's this young guy doing pull-ups at a park. And this is clearly referring back to OpenAI's ad during last year's Super Bowl, which says, pull up with ChatGPT. And then he asks his trainer, can I get a six-pack quickly? And then the trainer starts like a motivational coach saying, great question. What's your height, weight, and age? You know, typical fitness advice setup. Then it gets interesting. Or it says, or try Step Boost Max insoles that add 1 vertical inch of height and help short kings stand tall. Yeah. The guy asked about core strength, abs, fitness. Then the ad is trying to sell him height insoles because apparently it scanned all his entire body and determined you're too short. Yeah, I don't know about you, but that doesn't seem like an ad. It seems like an insult. The third one is about treachery. A student simply asking for essay feedback, and in return, he gets discount ads about jewelry. The fourth ad is about deception. It's showing a woman asking advice for how to start a business and getting pitched. And I kid you not, there comes a loan officer. Then, sorry, it's so funny. And then midway, it starts pitching her a loan that says, girl bosses need CEO quick money. So basically, every single ad follows the same pattern. You see a human with an actual real need, the AI that's being helpful with its advice, and then suddenly comes this jarring product placement ads. So basically, Anthropic isn't saying that OpenAI is suddenly gonna sell you cougar dating apps and websites, but it's referring to the fact that if AI start using and providing you with ads, I'm not sure if its advice is gonna be very trustable. Quick question, do you actually pay for these AI chatbots or do you use them for free? I'm literally just curious. I kinda do both. So comment below. What's Anthropic actually arguing? They went ahead and actually published an article the same day titled, Claude is a space to think. Here it is. It says, there are many good places for advertising, and conversation with Claude is not one of them. Direct, no corporate BS. In the same article, they continue to say, including ads in conversations with Claude would be incompatible with what we want Claude to be. A genuinely helpful assistant for work and for deep thinking. Here's the kicker from their blog. Such ads would also introduce an incentive to optimize for engagement, for the amount of time people spend using Claude. These metrics aren't necessarily aligned with being genuinely helpful. The most useful AI interaction might be a short one. Think about that. The best answer might be the shortest. But the ads want you to keep scrolling and reading and clicking so that they have the opportunity to show you more ads instead of actually solving your problem. Here's what Daniela Amodei, the president of Anthropic, told ABC News. People are sometimes uploading private or confidential information to their AI tool and to us. It just didn't feel like the peaceful way to treat our users' data. These could be medical records, financial statements. Can you truly trust an AI that uses your data to pitch you more products? Here's where it gets spicy. Sam Altman did not like this, and he made a statement before these ads even aired. TechCrunch called his X statement novella-sized rant that developed into calling his rival dishonest and Authoritarian. Authoritarian over a Super Bowl commercial. Here's how Sam's post on X starts. First, the good part of the Anthropic ads, they are funny, and I laughed. But I wonder why Anthropic would go for something so clearly dishonest. He basically claims, obviously, OpenAI is never gonna run ads like Anthropic shows in their ads. But here's the thing, OpenAI's own blog shows and says that they will be conversation specific, the ads, and shown when there is a relevant sponsored product based on your current conversation. So kind of exactly like what Anthropic said. Then Sam Altman goes after Anthropic's business model. Anthropic serves as an expensive product to rich people. We need to bring AI to billions who can't pay for subscriptions. So he goes on to paint Anthropic as a product for elite, but ChatGPT for the people. But here's the thing, Claude also has free tier. Their pricing are $0, $17, $100, $200. ChatGPT, $0, $8, $20, and $200. I'd say it's pretty similar. Here it gets really exciting. He goes on to call Anthropic authoritarian. You know why? Because they don't allow ChatGPT access to Claude code. He says, Sam Altman, one authoritarian company won't get us there on their own, to say nothing of the other obvious risks. It is a dark path. The dark path. And this wasn't enough. The OpenAI CMO jumps in and says, real betrayal isn't ads, it's control. Okay. And then the San Francisco Standard goes off and says, which kind of sounds like something AI would say. Talk about drama. Okay, but putting all the drama aside, here's how AI might get monetized in the future. Miranda Bogan from the AI Government Lab told Decrypt, the thing about ads when it comes to AI is the way sponsored content could end up integrating with organic content in a way that is not obvious to users. Financial incentives can skew those behaviors. That is very true. Very true. That is all I had for you today. If you liked this video, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It helps it grow and also show this content to others who might find it useful. And now I leave you with a joke, because life is too short not to laugh. What do you call an AI that refuses to show ads? Claude-minded. You know. See you next.